Okay, let's dive right in. If you have ever felt that soul-crushing frustration of trying to build an audience online from scratch, trying to find people who actually want to buy what you're selling, then you need to hear this. We're about to break down a system that is designed to completely flip that script. It's called AI List Titan, and it's all built around one really powerful idea. What if you could just skip the line and start with a list of buyers from day one?
But hang on, before we get into the nuts and bolts of how all that works, I want to quickly tell you about a fantastic resource from one of our partners. It's a perfect companion to what we're talking about. It's a complete done-for-you system all built around a 30-day challenge, laser-focused on helping you work toward a $1,000 goal. It uses automation, traffic training, and it gives you hundreds of pre-written copy-and-paste assets to make your life easier. It's an incredible way to get moving fast, and you can check it out at 1kpath.com or just click the link in the description.
All right, so let's get back to that core idea. I want you to just take a second and really think about this question. I mean, honestly, how different would your business, your income, your just general sanity look if you didn't have to start from absolute zero? If you could just bypass that brutal early grind where, let's be honest, most people just give up.
This really just lays it all out, doesn't it? On one side, you've got the old way. It's that slow, painful process of trying to push a giant boulder up a hill in the dark. You're just hoping anyone notices you. And then there's the new way. It's like starting at the top of the hill with a rocket strapped to your back. That's the huge difference between building from scratch and starting with buyers.
We've all heard it a million times, right? The money is in the list. It's practically the first commandment of online marketing. But this quote right here, man, it just hits the nail on the head. It exposes the real problem. It's not just about getting a bunch of names on a list. It's about getting the right names. It's about finding people who are actually ready to pull out their credit card. And that is the bottleneck for pretty much everyone.
So what's the solution being offered here? This is where it gets really interesting. This isn't another course you're going to buy, watch a few videos, and then let it collect digital dust. No, it's positioned as a complete, done-for-you system that physically gives you high-intent leads. The whole point is to get you out of the classroom and onto the field, like from day one.
And to really get what this system is about, you have to look at the guys who built it, Paul Counts and Harris Fellman. What's fascinating is their shared obsession. Between the two of them, they've spent decades focused on solving one single critical problem. How do you turn eyeballs and clicks into actual paying customers? So first, you've got Paul Counts. You can think of him as the master engineer. The guy's got over 25 years in the space, specializing in building the funnels and the systems, the machinery that takes a lead and turns it into revenue. He knows how to structure things so people actually want to buy. Then there's Harris Fellman. He's the traffic guy. And, you're reading that right, he's also a professional comedy magician. And you might be thinking, what does magic have to do with anything? Well, think about it. A magician's entire job is to get and hold your attention. Harris has mastered that art, both on a stage and online. He brings the audience, and Paul builds the system to convert them. So when you put that kind of engineering and that mastery of attention together, what do you get? You get a system that's designed to be plug in and go. The entire idea is to just erase the biggest headaches and the most common failure points. So gone are the days of building a list from absolute zero, spending a fortune and months of your life trying to figure out traffic, or just staring at a blinking cursor trying to write an email that doesn't sound terrible.
Now let's look at the first core feature because this is the foundation for the whole thing. It all starts with the quality of the leads. And we're not talking about some random list bought from who knows where. These are real, verified people who are already actively engaging with pages and offers just like yours. They are signaling that they're in the market to buy. It's not random traffic, it's targeted attention.
So you've got these amazing leads. Now what do you do with them? Well, that brings us to the second core feature, the done-for-you funnel system. And they've made this about as simple as it gets. You literally pick a funnel that's already proven to convert. You plug it into the system, and boom, you are live. And we're talking about the whole shebang. The products to sell, the sales pages, the email follow-ups, it's all included.
Hey, just a quick pause here. If you're finding this breakdown valuable and it's making sense, do me a quick favor and hit that like button. It really does help. And hey, if you subscribe to our channel, Digital Hustle Podcast, you won't miss out on future explainers where we break down more tools and strategies just like this.
All right, on top of that core system, they've stacked on some really powerful bonuses. First up is the 5 ways traffic system. And this is so smart because it answers the next logical question, which is, okay, great, I have my starting list, now how do I keep it growing? This bonus gives you 5 simple, scalable ways to keep that momentum going for the long haul.
Bonus number 2 is a total lifesaver for anyone who, hates writing. It's called Copywriting Counts, and it's basically a treasure chest of high-converting swipe files. We're talking emails, hooks, ad copy, all the hard stuff, already written, already tested, and proven to work. It just takes all the guesswork out of it.
Then there's the third bonus, a complete A to Z email marketing system. This is all about playing the long game. It's not just about getting that first sale, it's about turning that customer into a fan. This system gives you the exact blueprint for what to send and when to send it to build that relationship and create repeat buyers. And finally, bonus number 4 is VIP customer support. And honestly, this might be one of the most valuable parts of the whole package. It just means that if you get stuck or have a question, you're not on your own. You get priority access to a real human support team, and that peace of mind is huge when you're getting started. So when you put it all together, it really boils down to a pretty simple choice. You can spend the next 3, 6, maybe even 12 months trying to figure all this out and build it yourself from scratch. Or you could just decide to start today with all of that foundational heavy lifting already done for you.
And that really brings us to the final, and I think the most important question. Just forget all the features and bonuses for a second, and just ask yourself this. What would actually happen for you, for your business, if you could just remove all the guesswork? What becomes possible when you finally get to start with a list that already wants to buy? If you feel like that's the kind of head start you've been looking for, and you're ready to see what it's all about, the link to get all the details is waiting for you right down there in the description below. Thanks so much for watching.